Brittany. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. I hope it's okay that I brought my dog.
Yeah, that's alright. What's his name?
His name is Aiden.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Yeah, he likes to get kisses.
Okay,
My
cool.
roommates suck and wouldn't watch it today.
So you're still dealing with some of the problems that you were dealing with last time?
Yes, they're horrible. They're awful roommates. But is it okay if I just put them on the ground?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you might
Yeah.
run.
That's okay. We'll deal with it as it comes.
Okay.
Hi, buddy. Alright, so you said you're still having problems with your roommates, and I was hoping it would get better.
Yeah, it's actually gotten worse. A lot worse, yeah.
How so?
They just don't pick up their shit, like, at all. Like, they don't understand how to clean, like, silly stuff. Like, I'm always doing the dishes. I'm always taking their personal belongings, like, to their rooms. Like, the other day, I woke up at 8 o'clock for class, and they were still drunk. Like, they were drinking still. They'd been drinking, like, all night. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? And just another example, like, the other day, they were, like, jamming to their music at, like, 5 o'clock. And I was like, guys, like, I'm trying to sleep. Like, I have to nap, you know? Like, I was, like, only 30 hours into my nap, and I, like, had one more to go to get, you know, a good nap in. And they were just, like, they're just so lazy.
Really?
Like, so lazy. And I just, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I'm sick of it.
So they don't pick up their stuff?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do dishes?
Yeah.
They were drunk that one morning?
Yeah, like, that's happened multiple times.
Multiple times?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then they're really loud whenever you're trying to nap?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that they do that...
They're just kind of mean, I guess. Like, I don't... Whenever I... Aiden, you gotta be quiet, okay? Okay, I'll pick you up. You want me to pick you up? Okay. They're just, like, really mean to me, like, especially with the napping thing. Like, they don't understand that, like, I need a nap, like, every day, like, 2 to 4 hours, like, I have to nap. And they're just really inconsiderate about it. They are always like, you need to go to the gym, or you need to eat better, and you eat too many tacos, and it's just, like, they just don't get me.
Yeah.
And I thought they would, but they just, like, really don't.
You just feel like they're constantly nagging you?
Yeah, and it's crazy because we started off as, like, really good friends, and now I just feel like we just don't get each other at all.
Right. So has anything changed? How has it gotten worse since last time we talked? I know last week you had said that you were having some of the same problems with them being loud and things. How has it gotten worse? Like, is there a specific...
I guess just conversations, you know, like, and maybe it's kind of in my head a little bit, just feeling very unwelcome in my own home, you know, which sucks.
Right.
Just, like, based on the words they say, and I know, like, I can feel, like, you know, conversation stops when I walk in the room.
Right.
Like, when I wake up and I, like, go into the living room, like, they'll be watching Grey's Anatomy, and I'll, like, walk in, and it's, like, silence. I'm like, okay, like, I know you were talking about me, and I know a couple of them had Fitbits, and I, like, read my name, like, come up on them, and, like, some kind of, like, sassy stuff, and I'm just like, come on, guys, like, that's not
like,
cool.
on their Fitbit, you can, like, read, like, text messages?
Yeah, it's, like, kind of weird. I don't know why people would get that.
What did you read specifically on them?
Just, like, I don't remember, it was, like, a week ago, but it was, like, something to the effect of, like, gotta love Brittany, or something like that.
Okay.
So, like, I didn't have any context, but it was just, like, you know, these are my friends, these are, like, my best friends here in Richmond, and now I feel like I can't be myself.
Right.
You know, which is really hard, you know.
How did that, like, in that moment, how did that make you feel? When you read that text?
Yeah, I'm just really upset, really hurt, really, shoot, what's the word that I'm trying to come up with? Like, really betrayed, I guess, in a lot of ways, you know?
How'd you react in that situation? Did you do anything about it, or just talk to them?
No, I didn't. On, you know, how we talk about how I deal with things, I'm very passive. I just kind of shut out in my room and play with little Aiden, and they won't even watch him, so we just kind of seclude ourselves in their room, and they don't even know that I saw that or that I feel this way.
Mhm.
Because, like, I don't want to start it. Like, they're about to move out, and, like, I don't want to
Really?
ruin, like, what's left of our relationship.
Right.
That's not really much.
So how much longer do you have left with them?
About, like, a month.
About a month. Last time we had talked, when we ended the session, we had kind of given some, I guess, homework, kind of, and you kind of confronting one of your roommates about an issue you had. Did you do that last week, or?
No, I didn't.
No. Do you know why?
I just fear of what they would say. Just, like, being upset.
Right.
You know,
So you feel like they're just really judgmental?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is strange, because I've never seen them be that way towards me or towards somebody else. In the past, well, maybe towards other people, but never towards me. So I think just fear of them just being, like, more upset, and more judgmental. Yeah.
If you could describe in one word, like, the environment in your home, what would it be?
Toxic.
Toxic.
Towards me, anyway. I think, like, the other people, you know, maybe even exclusive.
Mhm.
Because the other people are, like, hanging out, like, going to Jersey's and going to Lexington all the time, just having a grand old time, and I'm, like, here by myself, my dog, just chilling.
Right.
So I just don't know what happened. Like, it's just like I woke up one day and things weren't the same.
Right.
That's what it feels like.
Do you think there's any other situations where maybe another person in your house has been singled out, or?
I don't know. It doesn't feel that way to me, because it feels very, like, 6 against 1.
Really?
Because, you know, there's 7 of us in
Right.
the apartment. But no, I don't think so. I think it's just me.
Do you feel like you're maybe a little bit more likely to feel like you're being singled out because of past instances, or?
Maybe. I think that, like, what do you mean exactly?
Do you feel like maybe you're more likely to feel singled out because of what's happened in the past?
By them or by other people?
By them. By your roommates.
I don't think so. I don't think, like, anything specifically has happened between them that has been, like, really bad. So, no, I don't.
Do you feel like anything's changed since you got Aiden? Because I know you mentioned you only got Aiden about 2 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, we hang out a lot, and I think there's, like, 3 people specifically who just really don't like him. They, like, don't clean up his poop. Whenever, I mean, he's kind of dumb and, like, doesn't poop and pee outside.
Right.
Like, I mean,
Because he's a puppy.
Yeah, he's, like, only a few months old, and they also don't take him out. So it's like, if you don't take him out, he's gonna poop and pee everywhere.
Right.
So it's kind of, like, a shame, but and, like, he barks. Like, he's kind of a bully, but, like, you know, like, that's what happens when you get a puppy. Like, they want attention. Like, he's obviously wants attention right now when I'm talking to you. Like, he's biting my hand off.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. Maybe they're just jealous that I love him more than I love them. I don't know. We have good snuggles and naps together, but right now he's being a better friend than all of them combined.
Right.
So,
do you feel like you care for him how you should and properly, or?
yeah. I mean, like, take him out and love him and give him lots of peanut butter and snuggle him and give him affection. We take, you know, like I said, our 2 to 4 hour naps every day together, and it's a good time.
Did you talk with your roommates before you got Aiden, or?
Yeah, and they were, like, all for it. They were like, yeah, like, we should definitely get a puppy, and we should all go get him together. We were meeting them at some, like, sketchy Taco Bell, and yeah, it was hilarious.
To get the dog?
Yeah, to get the dog, like, freaking Craigslist.
Was that an impulse decision for you, or did you think about it over a long time period?
I mean, it was probably, like, a day decision. I, like, woke up one day, and I was like, you know, like, I'm gonna get a dog, and I thought about it for, like, 20 minutes, and then I was Craigslisting dogs, and I was like, alright, let's do it. But, I mean, like, I talked to them about it, and, like, I don't regret the decision, except for when, like, he really, really hurts my hand, but, like, that's what Grace is for, right? Like, Grace is for dogs, too.
Do you feel like, like aside from the getting Aiden, that you tend to make impulse decisions, or
Yeah.
would you say that most of these impulse decisions are emotionally charged?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I'm kind of like a very
Emotional decision maker.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that maybe like just like using that example of impulse emotional decision making with Aiden, that could kind of be representative of how you react to your roommates and deal with your roommates? Do you think that those can kind of mirror each other? Or do you think that they're completely different?
I think it depends. I think that's why I try to back up and like seclude myself and go to the room, because otherwise I would just blow up and get pissed and fight somebody. I don't know, but that wouldn't be good for anybody involved.
Right.
Make Aiden pee on their bed or something. That would be pretty shitty of me. But I don't know. Normally, I try to be careful with that, and like I might bitch about it to somebody I know, but I don't do that to other roommates because I know all of them hate me right now for whatever reason. I just don't get it.
Right.
Like, I don't know, they call me lazy for taking so many naps, but it's like, I don't know.
They won't care for Aiden either.
Yeah, they're not taking care of the house and not doing any of that.
Right.
So I don't get it. I think they think I'm like escaping my feelings by napping so much.
Right.
But they don't know my life.
So when you're not home, what do you think the environment's like, especially with Aiden around? What do you think it's like when you're not there?
Like with Aiden?
Yeah.
I don't know. Aiden's usually in the back. He has a little crate.
Okay.
He's
so
pretty
you're
quiet.
him?
Yeah, I'm crating him. He's fine.
Okay.
So I think I'm assuming they're all happy, joy, dandy while
Right.
I'm gone. I imagine them partying it up and celebrating until I get home, and then they're all sad and it's toxic filled. But I don't think Aiden messes with them because he's crated. Unless they want to take him out. Then
So you feel like every time you leave the house, they're kind of celebrating that you're gone, or they're happy that you're gone.
Which is hurtful.
And when you get home, you feel like they're kind of sad that you're home. Do you think that maybe there are other aspects of their lives, such as like school and work, that they're stressed out about, that it's not just aimed towards you when you walk in the door?
Maybe, but it seems like too often to be coincidence.
Right.
You know.
So,
yeah, I just don't. It just makes me really sad. Like really. I don't know. I thought these were, gonna be my bridesmaids at my wedding, and now I've gotta rethink it.
Right.
I guess Aiden's gonna have to be my bridesmaid or something.
If you were to kind of give again like the one word example of how your relationship was with your roommate 6 months ago, how do you think it would? What do you think that word would be?
6 months ago, life-giving, fueling.
You said now it feels toxic.
Yeah, polar opposite.
You just feel like did you feel like it was a short or a long transition into that?
Short, very woke up one day and it was very different. I think it was before Aiden.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do. So I'm like I told you, things have been hard at home. Like I've been facing depression and stuff, but no, they just don't seem to understand.
They don't really get what you're going through.
Yeah, they're not very supportive.
And you haven't talked to them about it really, or have you tried to?
No, just because they haven't been supportive about other stuff in my life, so just haven't really seen the need. If they're not supportive about that, why would they be supportive about something a little bit more serious? They just kind of see it as a joke, oh, Brittany, she's just depressed today. No.
Right. You feel like they're kind of mocking you.
Yeah, it's just not worth it,
Right. So why did, I guess my last question for you today is, why did you feel like you needed to bring Aiden with you today? Instead of leaving him, like you said, you usually crate him. Is there a reason that you?
Yeah, I just he just brings me so much joy, and I've just been fighting for joy lately, and I think it's easy to be distracted from how I actually feel, and even though I know I need to come in here and get help, it's easy for me to get distracted from that
Mhm.
and like make excuses like and not be like fully self-disclose.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I just wanted him to be here, so
Right.
like maybe not have
Well,
to.
the reason I asked that is there's a program that dogs can go through to become emotional support dogs.
Mhm.
And I know that we've talked about in the past you kind of battling with this depression, and we've tried out a lot of different medications, and they've all had some pretty serious side effects. And so another alternative that I think might be a really good option for you is using Aiden as an emotional support dog. And so it's a really simple process. He can get certified and just a little bit of training, and then not only can you bring him in, to therapy sessions, but you can essentially bring him everywhere with you. And so I think that would really help with your anxiety and things.
Okay.
But I know we've been talking a lot the past couple of sessions about your relationship with your roommates, and I know you only have a month left, but I think since last week we tried having you talk to them on your own, and obviously that didn't go very well.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright.
I've never been good at homework.
That's alright. No, I think that it would actually be really good for you if you could maybe bring one of your roommates in to talk, and so that way that they're not all sitting there kind of attacking you or you're feeling like you're being singled out. But I think it'd be really beneficial if you talked with one. Maybe there's a certain roommate that you feel closest to.
I'll bring my roommate Sam.
Okay, cool. So if you want to ask her to come in with you, I think that would be really, really cool. And so she can kind of see where you're coming from and understand that this depression isn't a joke. And then I think maybe from that, hopefully she can kind of filter out into your other roommates. And maybe, we'll tackle that after next session. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, sure. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah? Are you kind of on the fence about it, or?
I just don't know how she's going to respond, but I think she'd be, like, the most accepting to come.
She'll be the most open-minded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
We'll see.
Great. Well, I understand that it can kind of make people anxious at first, and a lot of people don't like that confrontation, so I feel like having that kind of in a controlled and safe environment can be really good for relationships. So if that's something you're comfortable with, I think it'd be something we should definitely try within the next 2 sessions.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright, awesome. Well, unfortunately, our time's up for today.
Okay.
But I'll see you next week, as usual.
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, cool. Well, it's good
Alright.
to see you again, Brittany.
Alright, say bye.
Alright. Bye, Aiden. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Alright. Bye, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Cool.